Hello everyone, Jake here. This is going to be a video on how to use the Addias add-on for Minecraft Marketplace. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the best add-ons, especially for the fact that it is a free add-on. Now, for this, first let's go over this. You start with this book like all other ones. This guy is someone you can do quests for, like these. So, run for 20 seconds, all that. And you can check every time you check, it'll be updated if you have done something. Let's run for some time. And the guy will always follow you. You can turn him off whenever you want to. Now, let's see. Yeah, so he will give us this blue box, a common blue shoebox, which goes with all the Addias stuff. So, it will drop random stuff. It could be EXP bottles, enchanted books, kelp, gold, ores, anything. And you can turn him off by going to this, the coach, and this will actually explain everything to you. This will actually chase away creepers, quest list, show ores, death recall, which will teleport you back to the place you were originally at, set home, where you can set a location and then TP to it at any time. Then throw, if you have an elytra, this will boost you into the air with an easy takeoff. Now, these are passive abilities. If you say mine blocks, you will get a haste buff, and if you like say do the teleport for like death recall or pretty sure any teleport, you will get some negative debuffs, which is like blindness, but you also get grants fire resistance, and you get water breathing. There's also the mascot. This is for if you request an item from the coach. As long as the mascot is nearby, your hunger does not deplete, which is he only appears after the items you requested are collected. Now you can't request any items. You have to go to here, request items. You have lots of blocks and ores. Now say I want diorite. Say I just want one. It'll take 12 seconds. So you're just going to wait 12 seconds. And this actually introduced custom armor. Now each armor actually, and you see this guy, he is the mascot. If you crouch and left click, you will get the item you requested. Now, you can get, I don't know if there is a limit, as I have never gotten that far, to how many quests. There probably is, but it's going to be for a while till you do it. Now, that is not the only chest. But first, let's do the armor. So you have each with a different type, and they all have special abilities. I'm going to go for the ones that for the chest plate, I do suggest you try to get this one. When you get damage, you reflect 80% of the attack back. Now, for the brown one, when equipped, the arrows will track the mob. So if you shoot anything, it will track it. And this resists cold. Now, the only way you would really take use to this is if you were in powdered snow, or if you were in a special world or add-on where it's like realistic, where you can die from being in a snow biome. This could be useful for PvP, but I would recommend the one you would use? No. Oh. Now, for helmets, we also have 3. The Addias bucket hat does increase your vision in lava. Now, believe this does not give fire resistance. I am not sure. This, I would say, is the best one, though. Detect nearby areas for mobs. So if you have this on, see, you will see an arrow above every single mob. In red for hostile, green for non-hostile. Now, for this, you will, increase your vision in lava. Now, for this one, what happens is, expand the time you can spend it in the water. Which, in my opinion, is not very bad, but not the best. Now, for the leggings, these will leave a trail of fire that damages enemies on contact. Now, if a player runs through this, then they do nothing. It only affects mobs. Now, for these, which are, I would say this is the best one, it increases the experience you gain from all sources like killing mobs, mining certain ores, smelting, all of that. It is timed by 1.5. So, and then there's this one, which I would say is like the second best. It increases your movement speed. Now, for the boots. Now, I would say the boots are the worst out of them all, but for the green slides, increase your swim speed. So, I would say that. Now, these actually allow you to walk on lava. So, it's not like walking on water like how you would expect. It just makes it so that blocks will appear below you. I don't know what blocks it is exactly, but just block from the nether will appear below you anytime you go near the lava, kind of like Frostwalker, just with no enchantment. Now, for these, when you crouch plus jump, you make a higher jump. You can charge it up to go higher. It can be good for bases that mobs can't get into because your door is higher up. Now, these just increase your swim speed, and that's it. Now, you may, right where it says ability, below it says protection, which it all says leather. But you can actually upgrade that. Now, you have to do this in a specific order, or it just won't work. Now, get the crafting table. Now, you actually have to craft this yourself. It will not appear on this. So I'm actually going to go into survival. Now, you can also see how this is like leather. But if you put the piece of armor at the middle and surround it in 4 ingots, then you will get an upgraded. Now, you cannot just go from gold to diamond, as that will not work. You actually have to do it in order. So it has to go gold, iron, then you can do diamond, I don't fully remember the netherite, but I'm pretty sure you only need a single, or maybe not. Okay, so you do not need that. In that case, I think you may need a netherite upgrade as well. I do not believe that you actually put it in a smithing table, but you might actually have to. But you will probably need this. Oh crap, I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry everybody, I didn't realize I was muted. So, yeah, you can look in this book for the armor and its effects. Then you can turn the companion, see, it's right here. He even gives off a light in the dark. And you can just turn him off. And then you can turn him on. But you do need the book. No commands, nothing will turn him back on except for the book. So yeah, you can upgrade your armor. It's very easy. Oh no, you do not need to do this. You just need to have the armor here and the ingot right there. And it has to be in that place, sadly. Now, for advice on which ones to get. Now, I would say you would get the red hat, the black jacket, the brown pants, and I'd say the brown shoes. So this, this, and this. This is the ones I would use. Now, if you're someone who's wanting to make like a underwater base, then I do suggest that you use these, now for leggings on. I would say this because you're still gonna want to go fast. And for the chest plate, I would say still this. And actually, switch those out. As while these aren't good for like underwater, these are the helmet and the boots are the only thing good for underwater, and there are drowns, so you can get EXP from them, and you can reflect the damage for the drowned you'll have to worry about. Alright. But for PvP, it would be this, I would say. Then that. I would do these. This to make it harder to hit you. And I'd say this because players do actually. You know what? No. This because it could be easier to escape in battle. But yeah. It's easy to upgrade them, but you have to do gold, iron, diamond, then netherite. And you can actually enchant this too. With protection, like any normal thing, a chest plate, helmet, and other stuff can be enchanted with. It can also be enchanted with. Let's go back to creative. Enchanted books, protection 4, because I'm falling 4. Now this is the type of stuff I would put on mine. And if you do have boots, I do suggest Death Strider. Feather Falling, protection. Not any other protection, unless you're like in a certain type of thing where fire protection or blast protection would be good. But the only times I would ever suggest using those are for stuff where you are on the sword SMP, where you're or in a battle royale. Yeah, these are the enchantments I would suggest you put on boots. So we'll just take these. Now, mending is the top enchantment you want on something. Now, protection is also very helpful. It helps against any physical attacks. Now, ranged attacks from like skeletons or just someone using a bow, that would be projectile, which does not work with protection. Now, lots of people don't do this, but Thorns is actually really good if you're in PvP or just having to, like, against mobs, as it'll damage the mobs as well once they damage you, including ranged attacks. So you could add it to protection to make it like a combo of protection and kind of projectile protection. And Death Strider for when you are underwater. If you are under, it can be good for like building underwater and escaping, which is why I also suggest Aqua Infinity and a um, respiration on a helmet, as they are good for underwater chases. So if you are chasing somebody in like a battle royale, if they do not have Death Strider but you do, you will easily be able to catch up to them and at least keep up with them a little bit, even if they are in a boat with Death Strider too. And then the soul speed is good for the nether because in battle royales you can easily run into a soul sand biome, so they're very helpful. Now, I'm not going to do enchantments for like other armor pieces, that was it. Now, to get these armors, you actually need you don't do the blue box actually. Instead you need a different box. Let's see, where is it? Aha. This is a special box that you can get from certain quests. Now at first you will know that when I did the running, it was a blue box. To get just a straight up gold box on the first quest, you need to kill 10 mobs and then continue killing mobs to get more gold chests. But after you do enough, these quests that are normally blue boxes will actually upgrade and eventually turn into, instead of a common shoe box, a rare blue shoe box, and even sometimes gold. Now, it'll always be the same for each quest that you do. Like 300, that'll always be a blue, same with the 20 seconds. For no matter what world you're on, it'll always be like that. And from this, you cannot guarantee what you get. You will get a random armor piece, but only one. Yeah. As you can see, there's the rare and even the epic. This contains stuff like netherite and golden apples. Now the rare contains with like other rare stuff. Now you will not get these until you are far in. Like far. You need to get to like where your quest requires thousands of stuff. But it is very worth it to do the quest as you can get lots of items and different blocks. Now you can get obsidian and just basically any item, including enchanted armor. Now the rarer the rare and epics, their books will be better, but that does not mean that the commons will not have bad books. If you can get any book and just any item, it's just more likely to get better stuff from the rare and epic. Anyway, that is everything about the Addias mod. It is a free mod on Minecraft Marketplace, so I really do suggest that you get it. It's free, download it, and I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. I'm out of here.